In the bustling city of Lagos, amidst its chaotic streets and vibrant markets, lived two sisters, Amoka and Mimi. They hailed from a modest middle-class family, their lives filled with the simple joys and struggles of everyday living. Amoka, the elder sister, possessed a beauty that captivated those around her, her graceful demeanor and radiant smile drawing admiration from all who crossed her path. In contrast, Mimi, the younger sister, bore features that society deemed less conventionally attractive, her plain appearance often overshadowed by her sister's charm. Despite their differences, the bond between the sisters ran deep, forged by shared experiences and unconditional love. Amoka was a vision of natural beauty, her long hair cascading in luscious waves down her back, framing her flawless face with effortless elegance. With a body blessed with curves that accentuated her feminine allure, she carried herself with confidence, her hips swaying gracefully with each step she took. Her complexion, a rich chocolate hue, glowed under the Lagos sun, radiating warmth and vitality. But it wasn't just her physical attributes that captivated those around her, it was the way she effortlessly exuded charm and grace in any attire she adorned, turning heads wherever she went. Amoka's magnetic presence extended beyond her looks, it was her kind and compassionate nature that endeared her to all who knew her. Even in her adolescence, when her beauty was blossoming, she remained humble and approachable, endearing herself to both men and women alike. Men eagerly offered their assistance with household chores and farm work, drawn by her captivating aura and eager to bask in her presence. Girls looked up to her with admiration, yearning to emulate her grace and poise. Even her parents couldn't help but dote on her, their love for her evident in every glance and gesture. Amoka's beauty wasn't just skin deep, it was a reflection of the warmth and kindness that radiated from within, making her a beloved figure in their community and a source of inspiration for those who crossed her path. Mimi, in stark contrast to her sister, lived in the shadow of her beauty. Her slender frame lacked the curves that society often celebrated, her figure devoid of the voluptuousness that adorned her sister. Short, unruly hair framed her face, its unkempt strands standing in contrast to the sleek locks that adorned Amoka's head. Her appearance, deemed unattractive by societal standards, garnered little attention and often invited cruel remarks from those around her. Unlike Amoka, whose presence commanded admiration and adoration, Mimi's existence seemed to invite scorn and ridicule. Her days were filled with the sting of mockery and disdain, each step she took met with whispers and sneers from passers-by. Even within the confines of her own home, she felt the weight of rejection, her parents' affection reserved for her sister, leaving her feeling neglected and unloved. Despite her outward appearance, Mimi possessed a tender heart and a gentle soul. Yet, the constant barrage of cruelty and indifference chipped away at her spirit, leaving her perpetually cloaked in sadness. Longing for acceptance and validation, she navigated through life's challenges with a heavy heart, yearning for a glimmer of light in the darkness that seemed to envelop her world. The ache in Mimi's heart intensified as the one person she had hoped would be her solace, her sister Amoka, became an unexpected source of pain. The sting of betrayal cut deep as Amoka, once Mimi's confidant and ally, turned into her tormentor. With each mocking word and cruel taunt, Mimi's fragile sense of self-worth crumbled further, her sister's betrayal amplifying the chorus of ridicule that surrounded her. Amoka's transformation from protector to persecutor only deepened Mimi's despair, leaving her feeling utterly alone in a world that seemed determined to crush her spirit. The wounds inflicted by her sister's words ran deeper than any physical injury, leaving scars that marred her soul and fueled the relentless ache of loneliness and rejection. Caught in a cycle of torment and despair, Mimi found herself drowning in a sea of anguish, her once hopeful heart now shrouded in darkness. With each passing day, the weight of her sister's cruelty threatened to consume her, leaving her yearning for an escape from the suffocating grip of her own pain. As time unfurled its tapestry of experiences, Amoka found herself inundated with suitors vying for her hand in marriage, each one eager to bask in the glow of her external beauty. Yet, amidst the flurry of attention, her heart remained untouched, yearning for a connection that transcended the superficial. Meanwhile, Mimi, whose outward appearance had long been overlooked, found herself caught off guard by the unexpected attention of a young man whose gaze lingered not on her physical form, but on the beauty that radiated from within. In his eyes, Mimi saw reflected a depth of understanding and compassion that spoke to her soul, igniting a spark of hope within her weary heart. As fate would have it, the very man who had captured Amoka's attention was drawn to Mimi, his heart captivated by the inner beauty that shone brightly from her eyes. In her sister's presence, Amoka witnessed a love that transcended the boundaries of physical attraction, a love that found its roots in the depths of the soul. Caught in the whirlwind of emotions, Amoka grappled with a tumultuous mix of envy and admiration, her heart torn between the desire for outward validation and the longing for a love that mirrored the depth of her sister's connection. As the joyous occasion of Mimi and Chaik's wedding approached, Amoka's envy reached a fever pitch. Desperate to sabotage her sister's happiness, she visited a ritualist, who provided her with a sinister concoction to add to Mimi's food. With malevolent determination, Amoka carried out the dark deed just days before the wedding. The effects were swift and devastating. Mimi's mind unraveled, plunging her into madness. Her once bright eyes now reflected confusion and despair, shattering the hearts of those who loved her. Chaik, unable to cope with Mimi's sudden affliction, abandoned her, redirecting his affections and plans toward Amoka. On the day that was meant to celebrate Mimi and Chaik's union, a somber cloud hung over the community. Yet, amidst the gloom, a man of God encountered Mimi. Seeing beyond her madness, he felt the depth of her suffering and the injustice she had endured. With unwavering faith, he prayed fervently over her, invoking divine intervention. As the wedding ceremony commenced, an unexpected scene unfolded. Amoka, adorned in bridal attire, began to exhibit strange and erratic behavior. Before the assembled guests, she convulsed and screamed, the weight of her guilt overwhelming her. In a moment of startling clarity, she confessed to her heinous act, revealing the depth of her envy and betrayal. As the truth spilled from her lips, she descended into madness, the very curse she had inflicted upon her sister now claiming her own mind. Mimi, touched by the man of God's prayers, began to recover. Clarity returned to her eyes, and the community watched in awe as her sanity was restored. The love and support of those around her grew stronger, and in time, she found herself embraced by a compassionate and understanding suitor who cherished her for the remarkable woman she was. Refusing to marry Chaik, who had abandoned her in her darkest hour, Mimi forged a new path, filled with hope and resilience. She eventually met the man of her dreams, a kind soul who recognized and valued her inner beauty. Their union was one of genuine love and mutual respect, a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Amoka, on the other hand, was lost to madness, a tragic figure tormented by the consequences of her own actions. She wandered through life, a stark reminder of the destructive power of envy and hatred. The tale of Amoka and Mimi serves as a profound life lesson, true beauty and what lie within the heart and soul, and actions driven by jealousy and malice ultimately lead to one's own downfall. Love, kindness, and integrity are the true measures of a person, and those who seek to harm others only end up harming themselves. Embrace compassion and reject envy, for in doing so, we cultivate a life of fulfillment and genuine happiness.